What's up, Ragin Nation? How's it going? This is Alex here, and you're watching the Ragin Ronin review. I got a review for you. It's been a while since I've done a movie review. The last movie review was for The Martian, and that was about a month ago. And now I will be reviewing Spectre, the fourth installment in the rebooted James Bond franchise, starring Daniel Craig as Agent 007. I gotta let you know that I really like the rebooted James Bond franchise. I like Daniel Craig as James Bond, and I like the direction of the franchise, where we're seeing the origins of James Bond before he achieves 00 agent status. I like that we're seeing the introduction of all the classic James Bond characters that we know so well from the previous James Bond films, and I also like that it has a more a serious tone to it, a serious, more gritty take on this franchise, on this widely celebrated character. So I was definitely looking forward to the fourth installment in this franchise, and I was also excited about it because Skyfall director Sam Mendes is directing Spectre. So the big question is, can he outdo himself with Spectre? Skyfall was outstanding, and now that I've seen the movie, I'll say that the rebooted James Bond franchise kind of is going through what the Star Trek motion picture franchise went through. And that is, you have a great film like Casino Royale. Then you have Quantum of Solace, which was not bad. I won't say it's great, but it wasn't bad. It was decent. And then you have an outstanding film like Skyfall. And then you have Spectre, which I gotta say is, it's the weakest of the four. And I gotta say that the main reason why is because Sam Mendes ran out of tricks. Sam Mendes ran out of ran out of what could have been great tricks for the rest of the movie. The first half was fantastic. You got this great, spectacular opening intro sequence, just like how these films always do. So that was fantastic. And then you have these other great sequences, these set pieces that I found were very, very well choreographed in the stunts, all the action, like the fighting, the chases, all that stuff. Very, very exciting. I really enjoyed it, okay? But then after that first half, it feels like there was no more gas. There was no more fuel in this film, and it just really slowed down the pace significantly to the point where the rest of the action just doesn't seem to be as exciting as everything that we saw from the beginning. Now, you know, I'm not trying to be shallow here in any way. I don't just need action, okay? I need to see like a good story. I need to see good pacing. I need to feel that the movie flows well, all right? It didn't flow well. I mean, you have a huge chunk of non-stop action in the first half. It's really, really crazy action, by the way. A lot of amazing stunts, okay? Very, very exciting stuff, okay? Then eventually it just goes downhill. It goes downhill, and then all the action that you see from that point on is not even exciting. It's stuff that we've already seen before, and Sam Mendes doesn't really outdo himself or even tries to outdo himself. And another thing that I thought was a bit of a weakness is that they do a lot of globetrotting, which I don't mind, but the thing is that I'm trying to figure out, why are they here? Or how does James Bond know to be here at this exact place? And they go from place to place, They jump around a lot, and I'm thinking, did I miss something? Like, how does he even know to be here, and how does he know to be at this building instead of this building? You know what I'm saying? He just happens to know all this stuff, and what's crazy is that the running time for this film is 2.5 hours, yet they don't even take the time to really explain this process thoroughly. So I find that it feels almost kind of rushed, and it's kind of ironic because this is a 2.5 hour film, and it starts feeling long once you get to the second half of the film. And to top things off, you have a great actor like Christoph Waltz, who's a delight to watch every single time I watch him, on and off camera, okay, behind the scenes and in front of the camera. He just is a very, very interesting person to watch. I mean, he plays these characters so well, almost to the point where he kind of sleeps through his performance. He's done this kind of thing before, and this is not a stretch for him. To top things off, Christoph Waltz is completely underused. He's in the movie for what? I don't know, if you combine all his scenes together, I would say 25 minutes. I could be wrong, but he's a mysterious but typical Bond villain, okay? But you don't see him a whole lot. So, man, it's I find there's a lot of wasted opportunities here, and I also find that they really just the script was not very thorough. It wasn't very tight. It just feels like there's a lot of there's a lot of holes there. And once we get to the climactic finale, it just feels like they ended off really simple, in the simplest possible fashion that we've seen in a lot of action films. It's almost cliche the way they ended the movie, and the way they resolved the final climax. You know what I'm saying? And it's just quite disappointing to me, to be completely honest. I was entertained for the first half, I'll tell you that. Okay, the first half was very entertaining. Loved the car chase, loved the hand-to-hand fights, loved everything else that followed afterwards. And I also like that they connect a lot of the like a lot of story elements from this one with the previous films. Okay, that can be a good thing for the film, and also it might even hurt the film because a lot of people might be lost if they didn't follow what happened in the previous films. But I like that about the film because it shows you that there is more to the story than just what we see in 2.5 hours. But anyways, Sam Mendes, I think he did a decent job, but it wasn't good enough, and I felt that it was almost kind of lazy with the script, just because they could have done a lot more with it. But like I said, wasted opportunity. I still like Daniel Craig as James Bond, and I'm hoping that he could come back for a 5th one before he decides to completely call it quits, just so that he can end it off with a good James Bond film before he decides to completely walk off from the role. But anyways, I'm gonna give this movie a 6 out of 10, okay? 6 out of 10. It's easily the weakest in the franchise. Skyfall is the best out of the 4 films, and there you have it. This film is for James Bond fans, okay? As for everybody else, if you followed all 3 films, give it a shot. Check it out. See what you think. But did I think it was satisfying? Not really. In fact, I was a little bit disappointed. But I'll definitely give it a 6 out of 10 for effort, for the first half of the film being entertaining, and they put a lot of work into the action. The first half had a lot of great set pieces. All right. So there you have it. That's all I gotta say in this review. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you enjoyed Spectre more than me, and I hope to see another one, okay, with Daniel Craig. Anyways, that's all I gotta say in this review. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and as always, if you enjoyed this review, hit the like button, subscribe to the YouTube channel, like me on Facebook, The Ragin Nation. Also follow me on Twitter, Ragin Nation. My name is Alex Hughes. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Peace. Franchise, that is the big question. Let's just see what Neil Blomkamp himself had to say in this tweet. Alien is kind of holding / pending Prometheus